Okay, Tony, your box has arrived, so I'm going to go ahead and get you unboxed here and have a look at what you've sent. Should be a nice grouping of watches, as I'm expecting. All right. Well packaged. Very nice. Nice. Alright, let's get oriented here. Okay. Come this way. We got another one here. Come this way. All right, look at that. Nicely done. One. Oh, so close. Being flawless. Two. And oh my. Alright. That's number two, and now for number three. Ah, very cool. Okay, wow. I have to say, these are well packaged. Nicely done. Okay, so we got three really great examples. There'll be a lot of jealous people watching this video. Okay, what do we do first? Look at this on the original strap. Huh. Don't see that very often. Okay. That's an interesting pip. Cool. I think you sent a replacement for that. Perhaps this. Yes. Okay. Well, that's very odd. Where to begin? How about start with the poke? We'll get to your divers in just a moment. Alright, let's start here with the poke, or the yellow 6139. Okay, so this one is very clean, 1973. So February of 73. Clean hands, clean dial, nice looking loom everywhere. Sort of sugary looking loom. Okay. So cosmetically, you know, very good. You get a little tiny darkening here at the base of your loom on your minute hand, but your sweep hand and your minute recording hand are both good. And go ahead and just while it's running here, I'm gonna stop it and reset it. So somewhere close to midnight, and then great. So everybody is resetting perfectly. Got a nice original band here. Correct. Very cool. This is the straight, what we call a straight H-link, I guess. So let's get it open. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Got a little bit of, somebody did a little grinding here on this side too, but otherwise pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, one little tool mark here. Some dirt and grime, but otherwise really clean. These lines are just amazing here. Wow, that's a good one. Really nice one. Okay. All right. So, okay, I'm gonna have to put this on the machine and get it opened up. Let's just check function while we're here. Let's look over this. Yep, everybody works. Let's do quick day and date. Yep. Okay, so that's always good to see. Okay, let's get the back off, and that way we can get some power in and have a look. Okay, well, case back has been loosened up and ready to come off. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. Woohoo! All right, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Clean movement. Seiko Time Corp. Unadjusted. That seems right. Got a little bit of, tiny bit of water has been in here. You can tell that probably from this pusher right here, because there's a bit of corrosion on your ring. Hopefully that hasn't gone too much further inside. Let's check your arbor ports here. Yeah, it's pretty floppy. Okay. All right. Well, no service marks in the case. That's all right. Kind of expected that, I think, from what you told me. Yeah, this one looks like it's going to be straightforward. I want to put some power in. See where we are. See what we get. All right, that's full power. Put the case back on. Okay. Let's have a look. I'll be right back. Okay, Tony. Well, definitely a watch in need of a service. But otherwise, a really clean example. The numbers aren't fantastic, but at least the signal is clean. It's not a bunch of snow. So the fact that you have lines of points instead of just total garbage is good. So it gives me some confidence that we'll be able to get this watch humming along as it should. Yeah. So everything looks good cosmetically. It's a really beautiful example. Just it needs a solid service. It needs to be serviced. So that's watch number 1. We'll come back for number 2. Okay, onward to number 2. We have a 1976, late 76, November 76, 61058119, the American Market Willard, which is really cool. I think I have almost this exact watch, in fact, but not with this exact bezel insert. Boy, that is nice. This is a really clean looking watch. Everything about this watch is very clean. Minus the crystal, which who cares? I mean, come on. We can replace that, but really solid looking lume everywhere. Hands are beautiful. What a great looking watch. Good crown that locks. Nice original. We have some history engraved in here. Mr. Jones seemed to like his watch and didn't want anybody to take it, so he made it his. You got to remember these things were just run-of-the-mill watches that you could get at a flea market for many decades, right? I mean, all through the 80s and 90s, they really just didn't have any intrinsic value. Good clicks here. We got a little bit of looseness, which hopefully will be taken up by a new gasket. I'm going to go ahead and just take the case back off. I got it loosened up a little bit. Oh, I was able to get your band off without any problem, so it's actually pretty compliant. I would, of course, not use this. I would recommend putting this in a drawer and holding on to it. It is a Seiko original style band, so I would hold on to that. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. There it is. non-chamfered, later style 6105. See the edges of the bridges are straight. So there's a straight edge bridge watch. Let's look in the case back here. I do not see a scribe mark anywhere. That's interesting. So maybe no service. We'll see. Let's see if it's got, you know, some substantial arbor wear. That screw moves considerably. Let's drive some power in. We're low on power, so let's get it to full state here, state of wind. I did a calculation for a customer, and it was amazing to think, you know, how many winds it takes. Oh, you can see some interesting wear pattern here. How many winds it takes, and if you imagine shaking your watch and putting in power to fully wind the mainspring, you'd have to shake it for 25 minutes straight. So that's a considerable amount of actual energy that you need to put into the watch every day to get a full wind out of it. So that being said, you know, it's much easier with a screwdriver. I wouldn't do that every day. I wouldn't open it up and do that, but you know, we can do that here. All right, so condition-wise, this one, you know, this one gets it for me. It's got a little bit of wear and tear here on the corners and edges, but brushing is all really good. Polish is still great. Never been touched. This is a keeper. This is a great one. 76. So right at the end of the line. I think this might even be a 77. Yeah. So, all right. So we'll get to the turtle. Let's have a look at the performance of the Willard. Okay, Tony. So we're back here. Basically the same story on this. You know, it's a watch that needs to be serviced, which is fortunate because, oh goodness, what have I done? Because it's here on the bench and it's going to get serviced. So, you know, decent signal, amplitude's low, beat error's substantial but not crazy, but it's a clean signal. It's a good signal, just like the 6139. It's a watch in need of attention. So that's what it's going to get. It's going to get a service. Okay, let's move on to the turtle. Okay, so here we have the 6309. This is a 70. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. What am I saying? This is not a 6309. This is a special one. This is a 6306. 7001. Ho, ho. From early 77, so April of 77. How naive of me to think that this was a simple turtle. This is the daddy of all turtles, or the mommy, or whatever you want to call it. No gender assumed. But it's got a weird insert. It's an original insert, but it's been pipped. It has a zit on it. It's weird. So I think you sent me an insert and a bezel to replace that with. So we will pop that and get that off and be on to the next. Okay, so I'm just joking. It's a beautiful watch. I love these. I really think, you know, they look no different from a regular 6309, but knowing that in here lurks a hacking lever like no other, and die fix settings, and extra jewels, and extra, I just love it. I love it. That's why I own one. That's interesting. Okay, so it's moving. Okay, that's good. I took the liberty of loosening the case back while I was doing the others. So let's get this off and have a look. Woo! 1103. Crystal only. Customer says okay. Watch running slow. It's quite a note. You know what? I'm going to leave that. I am not going to wash this in a cleaning solution because, oh, and it's, So got some silicone, I think, from 1103. So this watch was clearly just crystalled in 2003. but not serviced in the conventional sense, like we plan to do. It's low in power, so we'll pump some in there. But you can see here, this is a 6306A 21 joule movement, which is, of course, more than you'd get in your standard turtle 6309. And it's got a beautiful hacking lever, which is super neat. Okay, so full power. Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see what we got. I'm hoping this is exactly like the others in terms of its running state. So I'll assume, I guess, that you want to keep the, I mean, there's some definite dirt in here. Boy, they put a crystal on, but they filled it with fuzzies. It's I can count 3 that are attached to your crystal. We'll get those cleaned up, of course. Yeah, so let's have a look on the time grapher, see how this one is. Okay, Tony, well, here's your 6306 on the time grapher. You know, same story. Needs a solid bit of servicing, which we're going to provide. Decent enough signal, got substantial beat error, and you're gaining, and the amplitude's low-ish, but you know, I see a signal. I don't see a mess, and so that's always reassuring. It means that we're starting off in a place that's pretty good. So, all right, let's get back to the bench, and we'll do final check-in and get rolling. Okay, Tony. Well, we are getting ready to get started. So, you know, 3 fantastic looking watches that all need some manner of service. You know, these 2, of course, get crown rebuilds, and your 6139 gets gets pushers and everything resealed. Really clean, really great looking watches. This one in particular, wow. I'm just in awe of the sharpness of this case and how clean it is. But everything's great. Everything looks really good. We're ready to get started. So I'm going to send you this video, and once I get the thumbs up from you, we'll get rolling. We'll pick one and start the process. All right, I'll be in touch. Thanks, Tony.